and then I will give Dave, who in this case will be playing Lieutenant Colonel Hastings of 6th Battalion, Green Howards. I shall be playing the commanding officer of the 1st Battalion of 915th Gren Regiment, 352nd Division. So 50th Tynes versus 352nd. Let's see how badly this goes. So, Colonel, your mission, if you choose to accept it. No? All right, then. I'll find someone else. You have your infantry battalion, a squadron of the 4th 7th Dragoon Guards, and you have a gun battery from the 90th Field Regiment Royal Artillery on call. That's your OP for them. Your deployment position is basically pretty much along here. So in line with the river, to the corner of the road, and then pretty much along here. You deploy your troops as you see fit within that area. If you want to keep troops off and bring them in on your second turn, that's fine. You will have the first turn. You will be player 1 because you are the attacker for this. I am playing as the defender. I will position my troops, and then you can, as you work out what you want to do with your guys, I'll position my troops. So you have 4 rifle companies of 8 men each. You have a support company of the mortar, anti-tank gun. You also have a pioneer platoon of a flamethrower man and an assistant. Here is your commanding element. So they come with a PIAT, a 2-inch mortar, a 3-man command group, and your carrier platoon, which is your reconnaissance element of your battalion. OP team, and then your tanks. Your tanks are not independent AFVs, so they will have to take morale checks and things like that within their own number, within their own group, and your battalion will function. You have, in theory, a strength of 51, I do believe.
So morale at 20.
And morale at 20, 25?
20.
20. I have a force made up of 40 troops in total, which includes a Grenadier Battalion, a Stug and a Marder, and I have 2 105mm guns on call for my own troops. So I'm going to start laying out my troops onto the field.
So your morale will be
17. That is a small village. That is a larger village. Your main objective is to take this town because it's by the crossroads, or it's by the junction, and then your second objective is to get to and secure that bridge. My job, basically stop you.
That's more.
So if you want to lay your troops out, I will then respond in kind. So you can start your turn.
Yep. That's where I'm going to start from.
How are you organised? So your 6-pounder is being dragged on from there, is it?
Yep.
Your Shermans are over on the right flank.
Yep.
Okay. They're driving through the cornfields.
Yep.
Okay. The OP team's on the right.
Yeah.
You got a rifle company in the middle.
And the rest of the battalion on the left.
Okay. With the pioneer team, and that's your carrier
and all
patrol.
my support weapons.
And your carrier patrol is doing that. Okay.
Right.
Oh, I need a tape measure. Do you have a tape measure?
Yep.
Good.
In inches and inches meters.
Doing everything in inches today. This is a classical British game, so it's everything's in inches.
Of course.
So turn 1,
Right.
part 1, because the main thing is we're trying to get ourselves back into this. So stage 1 is morale tests. There is no requirement to do any morale at present. Observation. So automatic.
No.
By the way, you are in, because being in the cornfields does give you soft cover.
Yeah.
We're already happy. Yeah. Hard cover,
cover.
soft cover, hard cover, etc.
What do I need to spot in heavy?
So what are you looking at? Or what's looking at what? What wants to spot what?
My wrecking patrol will try and steal and spot your men in the building.
Okay, so you've got a rifle company in there, or a Grenadier infantry company in there. You've got my Panzer Schreck team, and you've got a command element and you've got the spotters for the command element. They are all going to be 6-inch is a normal. 12-inch for you automatically, which I think you should be in range of. Remembering that you can only spot one target, so you need to pick what you're picking.
There's one in the window.
So the infantry, the Grenadier Company.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you're recce, you automatically spot them because they're under 12.
Yeah.
And they haven't fired. That does communicate to everyone around them.
So
give me a second.
That company spotted.
And we'll just confirm how that functions. So you don't need to do a chance test because you've automatically seen them. There's nothing blocking the way. You could say that the hedge isn't blocking them because you're looking at the buildings. So let's see. That's markers.
I've seen somebody moving in the windows.
Yep, to all other observing units within the chance observation test range. Test succeeds, so everybody else, because your rifle companies and such, will be functioning off normal move, which is 6 inches, so they can't see it. Your recce team knows they're there, but no one else can see them yet because they can't see them. They know they're there, they just can't do anything because in theory it gets a bit weird. Because that's what I want to say, it gets a bit weird because it does say only one chance observation test is permitted per target in each turn. If the test succeeds, the target is visible to all other observing units within the chance observation test range. So you need to be, everyone else needs to be within.
I'll be moving into the change range.
To all other observing units within the chance observation test range. It basically spots you up. So you actually, so in theory, that makes it to. It makes it up to 12. I would say that makes it up to 12-inch for you because they're normal. They would be classified as normal troops, but it means that within their chance, it gives them that better chance that they can see them. So,
nope,
not them. What about them? Your rifle platoon there, or your rifle company?
Nope.
In the centre. Okay.
So only my recce can spot them.
Only your recce at present can spot them. Oh well. Yeah, so your recce know that there is an enemy rifle, there's an enemy Grenadier Company. So observation is done. Smoke. Your OP team would be the only ones who can do it. Or your OP team or your headquarters could call in smoke from the mortar.
No.
Heroic actions for unsupported AFEs to approach observed infantry or infantry to break cover to attack an AFE. We don't have any of that. So this is this I believe is your movement.
6 inches infantry.
Yeah. Okay, so infantry moves 6, road 9. Your fully tracked vehicles will move 12, 24 and 12. I think the carriers, light trucks, ACs, HGs, carriers and motorcycles, 30 and 18. Well, they actually get to move quicker. I'll just confirm what the Bren gun carrier counts as, because the Bren universal carrier is weird. Oh no, 30, 15s. Yeah, your Lloyds move at 24 and 12. So they just count as tracked vehicles. A carrier is just a bit quicker moving. Infantry moves 6. Reserved fire procedure.
The things you don't survive normally.
Oh, those things.
Yes.
That's horrible. No, that's mean. Why would you use those? That's against all the conventions of good warfare.
Well, anybody operated a flamethrower, if they got captured, didn't probably live long.
Oh yeah, if you move through the woods, it's a continuous. So you basically dice to see how far your guys move.
Yep.
For things like the walls and hedges, it's minus a d6, and then that's it. That's how far you get. However, the good thing is, if you do roll if you do roll a 6 when you're moving for infantry, say to cross a wall, you stop where you are, but over the next turn, you will end up being able to cross without any penalty. Because if the result is 0, no further test is necessary to cross this obstacle in the following turn. You've basically already stopped. You suffered for it already.
A hidden tank, non-fired. What's the closest I have to be to see him?
To shoot a tank?
A tank
in cover.
In cover.
Automatic will be 12. Recce is 18. For chance, it's up to 24 or 30 if you're normal troops.
I'm just checking. So now roughly what I'm going to do.
Remembering I also have to spot you as well, so if I want to shoot at you. Though, because your example, that infantry unit is now out in the open, so I can shoot them. I can spot them automatically because they're out in the open. They're going to be within 6 of my grennies. Well, no, you're not. You're not automatic spot, so it's a chance. But I got a better chance. Same as with them, I'd have to test for them to be spotted.
I tell you, that's fitted with LMG.
That will have a VMG on board.
VMG.
I will just confirm to make sure I'm not talking nonsense. Yes, you get an LMG on board. It's an LMG, not a VMG.
LMG.
So you literally have a brain gun sticking through there.
Yeah.
For the gunners section. So movement complete. So first round of movement. Yeah, subtract 1 dice for each linear obstacle or per turn for continuous obstacles. Crawl a maximum of 3. If you want to get off or unlimber and limber, it's minus 6 inches from your movement. Infantry movement from build-up area. Maximum infantry movement is 6 inches anyway. And yeah, don't need to worry about that. So next is my shooting. My reserve fire. Or do I just want to wait till next turn? Do you know what? I am going to open fire my... I don't know, because I don't think you're close enough for me to be able to do it. Let me just check. I'm sure I'd have to have said something. So your infantry in the open. Yeah, because you're out in the open, aren't you? Yeah. Oh no, I spot you because it's 36 inch. So yes, the Grenadier company in the first little village is going to open up on your leading rifle company. Just put that over there. More testing of stuff. I have 8 men. I'm regular, so but I believe I am
over 6.
I believe it is still over 6.
There's a +1.
So I only get a +1. You are at to the main state. It's 7. So just over 6.
8 + 1.
Yep. Thank you. So I roll a 6. I get a 4. Firing points. Small arms. So I'm at medium range.
Yeah.
I get +1. So it's figures, which is 8.
+1.
9. Hang on. So 9 points. Medium range. God, it's difficult to read this stuff again. Hang on. Right, so I have 9 points. I am on medium range against in the open. Oh, okay, so I'm on this table. I'm on table 4 because you're out in the open. And I get a dice roll of 4. So I come down. So I inflict 2. So 2 men are killed in that company. And that is my fire done. You now know they're there. It's kind of more obvious that they are there. That's it. Yes, that is it. That was shooting. That's shooting. Very simplistic. I'm simply being thrown because it's a single dice, and then it's just quick bit of math, and I can't read, and I'm suddenly realizing I can't read because my brain's going. There's more to this than there should be.
My turn to shoot.
Hang on. So that was my firing.
Yep.
Which is stage 6. 7 is close assault. We don't have any of that. So we move on to stage 8, which is your shooting.
Oh, you don't need that camera.
It's to test this out. So remember, you have to break them down into groups.
That's right. And there's going to be 3 of us shooting into that building.
Against the Grenadier Company.
Yep.
Okay.
There's the only one that knows in there.
Yep.
There'll be this shooting.
So that company.
That'll be in, and the
LMG in there. So you need to break them into firing groups. So that will be 3 individual firing groups.
That one first. LMG.
So you want to do that one first.
Yeah, it's the smallest number.
Okay, so a single VMG, or LMG, sorry, is he moved.
Yeah. No, it didn't.
Did he not move?
They didn't move.
They're
they're there, so I know what they're going
okay, so they're still on board. So it's literally just okay. So for your first squad, for your first thing, roll the dice.
2.
2. Okay.
No.
You are a stationary LMG
Yeah.
on a vehicle, so you start with a score. So you have 6 plus 2.
Okay.
No, sorry, hang on. 6 points against most MGs. You're at medium range, so medium against hard cover.
That's right.
So we're on table 2. 6 points. You rolled a 2. No effect. Okay.
I didn't think so.
So your first rifle company.
Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 men. 7. They will be at medium range. So roll the dice.
Way lovely. The 6.
6. So that's going to hurt me. Again, medium cover, medium range, hard cover.
8.
You have 8. No, 6.
7.
7.
Sorry.
7 fire points. You rolled a 6. You inflict 1 on me. So I lose 1. And there's 1 man from that Grenadier company. And now the second rifle company.
It's 8 plus 1 for range.
Yep.
Ready?
Go.
2. 2 and a 9.
So that will be medium range again, hard cover. You scored
2.
2, and you had how many men?
9.
9. You get, let me just make sure I'm not really reading it. Nothing. Doesn't do anything. It's hard to dig men out of buildings.
But I killed one.
But you killed a guy. You've whittled down my initial defense. Now it is 8, and final phase 9 is any other movement from your side, if you haven't already moved.
I've moved every.
Okay. Now it's my turn?
Yeah.
Because we're not doing this sequentially, so it's not I do something, you do something. It's my turn. So morale. I don't need to take any morale because I've only received rifle fire. Half strength or 20 casualties. So I don't need to worry about morale. Observation. I know about them. And I will know about them because they fired.
And carrier.
36, yeah. And I know about the carrier, which is other target, also in cover. Okay, so I know about those 3. Don't know about anything that's coming up over there. I'm gonna do a chance test for my 75 on the hill. So I am a normal unit. I will need a 5 or 6 to target. Ooh, up to 24. See if I. Are you within? Is one of your tanks within 24? No, you are massively out of range. Okay, so I still can't see you. It's fine. Can't see any of that. I've got no one else that can shoot. So that's it. So I'm happy enough I can see what I need to see. Smoke. Don't want smoke. I don't need to do any heroic actions. Movement. I am going to move my stug along the road, which will be 24 inch. Which gets him to...
No. Stop on the bridge, please.
Oh, you want me to stop there?
See if I can spot you. I don't think I'm going to be in range. I'm just...
It'll be a chance spot because I'm too far away. Am I in cover? No. Too big. So let me just check. From you are trying to spot normal, not in cover. 48. Because I haven't fired.
I'll be 48, I hope.
Oh no, you're in. You automatically spot him driving over the road. So you do see him. So your Firefly can shoot if it chooses to, but it'll have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
So so I want him to get here.
Yeah.
So I will do what the game says, which is so he's there. If you just got to remember he gets fired at there in your next bit. Do I have any other movement? No. I'm going to assume gunnery is done. I think my mortars will be called in. Yeah, the mortars will be called in during my firing phase. So that's number 5. That was the only bit of movement I've got. Number 6, which is your reaction. So your Firefly has stayed still, hasn't fired in its turn. You wish to engage the stug as he drives over the hill.
Of course, yeah, it should be long range.
Yes, I will just get the stats for the Firefly very quickly. So we're not too rusty about it. So Firefly tank group, 17 pounder. You have an anti-tank gun of 1. You are firing. You will be firing at long range. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to make sure. So to achieving an effective hit from anti-tank fire. So we follow this one. So you are gun 1. I am armor class, not unreasonable. Stug 3, yes. So I am armor class C. So 1 against a C. Oh god, you need 2. However, if the target or firer moved, you minus 1 because I'm moving. So become. Sorry, I was going to say, we'll roll the dice and then we'll see what you get. So roll your dice. Oh, okay. You never know. You might still get something.
I might get like that.
So the Firefly back goes bang. So you got a 1. You required a 2 to hit me. It required a 3 because I moved. Required a 4 because I am at long range. You're not firing at the rear. Oh, there's nothing for the sides. It's just for the rear. So you failed to hit. So bang and a miss with the Firefly's first round. Nice try.
That was worth a try.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
That's why I stayed there.
That makes sense. So there's a bang and a crash, and the Stug just continues driving along.
A bit of dust from the wall of the bridge.
Yeah, the bridge ate the APDS shell.
Yeah, it went straight through the stone.
Yeah,
and nothing else.
So, do you have any other firing?
I don't know. There. The only thing I can. No, I moved everything.
Okay.
Apart from the Firefly.
So, hang on, that was 5. That was 6. 7 is close assault. We don't need to do that. So it's my firing.
Oh, this is going to be painful.
So I will. Ooh, hang on. I've got to be careful how I do this.
You got 3 units in that building.
Well, one of them is not going to do anything. There are 2 other units. There's one that can call in my mortar, and I think my OP team can potentially call in artillery on you. However, I will need to double check because it's sort of observation tests. Because I just want to double check if my OP team see the troops in the cornfield.
Probably like cover.
Oh, it's only 18. They won't be able to see you. So the 75s will stay quiet for the moment. I'm just going to use my mortar so the OP team can see them. That's all fine. Because the problem is you've got to sort of clang everything together. But I think with artillery, I might be able to hit them with artillery and then hit them with rifle fire. That's 2 separate things. And it's just you get hit with 2 because it's 2 different types. Because again, my mortar could not do anything potentially. Indirect HE firing. So I have an infantry battalion OP, just those 2 men. Don't need to do a comms test because they are part of my battalion. Throw a D6. I get 1 gun. So my chance, I need a 6 because you moved.
No, 6.
I get nothing. So the mortar doesn't do anything. So the mortar goes bang and misses. Oh wait, I get to fire twice. I get 2 shots with the mortar.
Yeah,
because it's a mortar.
Did you hit the first time?
No. So I get to have a second shot. I get a second chance. So second chance. So second chance. A 2. Yeah, I increased my roll by 1.
Oh, I used my dice roll, are you?
Quiet, you. So that's the mortar done. So I get 2 rounds off, but they don't do anything. I will just confirm something very quickly because mortars, I think, do get something. I'm sure mortars got something special for them. Because it's weird. Because I know that there was something I read, and I'm not trying to be weird or wonderful on this one. I'm just genuinely want to check it because. Oh, here we go. So medium and heavy mortars can fire 2 rounds. Yeah, they always classify. Medium need a 5 or 6 on DC throw to hit with their first round, and this gives an automatic second round hit. First round is a miss, the second round, yeah. So it's exactly the same. And they have a maximum range, a medium range, a maximum range of 48, which you're within anyway. So the mortars failed on their first outing to hit anything. It's not a problem. Grennies, I guess I'm just going to have to do this with the classical machine guns and rifle fire.
Wipe out my infantry.
Yes, to wipe out your, in that desperate attempt to wipe out your infantry. You have not gotten any closer to me, so you're still outside of 6. So my D6 score. So this is for the Grenny Company shooting. Oh, 6! I'll take that. That's got to give me something.
7 off.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I have 7. Sorry, 7. I have 8 fire points. 9.
Medium, open. What number did you dice?
I diced a 6.
6. And number of fighters, figures?
8.
8 on 6.
Have I just wiped out your rifle company?
3.
3? Ooh.
That's a quarter of what I can take. That's the first shoot.
That was the first shoot from them, and that's the Grennies. The mortars didn't do anything. Everyone else is remaining quiet. That's it. That is my firing done. I don't have any. The pack can't see anything, so it's not going to bother. The Marder and the Stug are in depth, so they can't see anything either. So 7, that was 8. 9 was any reserve movement? No. So, end of turn 1. Turn 2 begins.
Morale.
Your morale.
Do I take a company morale or just a battalion?
Right, you don't take company morale, but I will confirm to see if there's anything about you getting suppressed if you've taken so many casualties in a short space of time. Again, I don't think there is, simply because the game's kind of simplified on that one.
No.
When an infantry cavalry has currently lost 20 figures or 50%, if it started with less than 40s. No, that's just generic. That's a whole battalion, because that will be your tanks would do the same thing. Your infantry and your tanks will do 2 separate ones.
When you lose 2 tanks.
Yeah, because AFE armored units. Oh, it has a morale technical when an independent AFE has suffered heavy damage, or when an AFE and an armored unit has suffered heavy damage or been destroyed. All right, so it does its own thing.
Okay.
The tanks can sort of do their own thing. They don't need to worry about that. Indirect fire, artillery fire, and attacks. No, infantry cavalry in the open. You need to take a morale test if you are have infantry in the open and an enemy armored fighting vehicle has moved to within 12 inches of its positions. It hasn't. Nope. The company will continue to fight until it's
dead.
It's the battalion. You're worrying about your battalion, not your company. Yeah. So morale test we don't need to do. Observation. You know about the Grenadier Company here.
I'm going to try and spot anybody else in there. I know the Gren's in there.
You know the Grenadiers are there?
I'm going to try and spot from my recce to see if anybody else is in there.
So your recce. Okay, so your reconnaissance. Automatic test spot range is 12 for everybody else. To spot the Panzer Shrek team and the OP team, are you within 12?
Yeah.
I think you are. So, yep, you are just within 12 of the OP team. The Panzer Shrek team is just out of sight. They're deeper into the little village. So you can say you know they're there. So you know the Grennies are there, and you know there is an OP. There are some form of OP team. There's an OP team moving around in there. That's all you can do. Your rifle company needs to. It's out in the open. Needs to do something. Anyway. Smoke. Do you wish to fire smoke?
Nope.
Okay. It's a 5 or 6. So that's all you need. If you want to roll. If you want to fire. So what would you want to fire the smoke at?
No, because I want to use that to more do something else.
Okay, no, if you don't want to, that's fine. Don't need to do any heroic actions. So your movement. Your first round of movement.
Oh, you're going to love this.
Oh, I'll be surprised because it's basically run up to the wall and then open fire.
No, I've got something else better than that.
Remembering that those infantry will have to lose a D6 when they exit the cornfield. Okay, he's sending the...
No. What's the best way of getting somebody out of a building?
You set it on fire.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm in range.
I will just double check what the ranges are for flamethrowers. That's one reason why I gave you the flamethrower.
I'm rolling dice to see.
Roll a dice to... Hang on.
See how much I lose on my movement.
4. So you get 2-inch move. Because there's something weird. I remember there being something odd about flamethrowers. Some arms, grenades. Yeah, because you can throw grenades in this.
Next unit moving to the field.
And go. Oh, 1 inch, so you get 5-inch move.
Which would take me to the field.
Multiple rocket launchers, support weapons. Flamethrowers, maximum range is 6-inch for man-pack. 9 if you're a vehicle. You have a firing value of 15, and you have an anti-tank capability. Buildings hit by flamethrowers will burn for 3 moves. These are ruined, so we don't need to worry about that. And you can set fire to wooden bridges for a d6 throw of more than 1.
6 inches.
And they burn for 3 turns and then they're gone. So I think you might be in range with the flamethrower.
Just on the edge. I've hit the wall and the window.
That's enough. That's enough. You can set fire to the troops. I'm going to say that, yeah. You can burn my grannies out if you want, meanie.
They're going to... They're not moving anywhere.
They don't move, but they will move in the next turn. They can just move 6.
Commander, you need shooting.
No, he doesn't.
He does. He missed the tank.
No, his gunner is the one who needs having a word with.
Yeah, but who do you blame? The gunner or the commander?
Well, if it's an officer, you blame the gunner. If it's a senior NCO, you blame the gunner. If it's a junior NCO, you're probably going to get it anyway. You blame the gunner, but you'll get it anyhow. I take it your 6-pounder is deployed, out of curiosity.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
And he's not firing because someone just walked in front of us.
Because the rifle company, there's the headquarters, the battalion headquarters has just bimbled off down
They're
the road.
the bodyguards for the 6-pounder. They take the cases before he does.
Okay, I'm just going to go with that.
No, you can see them moving in the open. He's not moved.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think here.
Hey, I'm not having a go.
Tank.
Okay, what's the tank shooting at?
He's not, he's moving.
Oh, it's moving? Okay.
God lose.
Sorry, yeah, we're not moved on to fine. 1 second.
4 inches.
Good.
12 inches or 9 inches normal tank.
12 inches for the tanks.
Sweet.
Yeah, all tracked are, just confirms. Yeah, tracked vehicles are all 12 on the cross country. Anything else? Your OP team's in completely the wrong place.
Yeah, I was expecting him to zoom because he's spotted anyway, so he's doing his job.
You know you can move and shoot.
Yeah, I know. But I don't want to lose Mareki just yet.
I was talking about them. Get them forward.
No, they keep me out of the way of the flamethrower. They're going to be behind the flamethrower, not in front of them.
You get 1 shot with a flamethrower, remember that?
That's right.
So
I'm hoping for the best.
I can't do any ambush fire because
We fired.
so number 6, so all fired. So close assault. Oh wait, we haven't got any. So you're firing. So what do you want to shoot first?
1-shot weapon.
So the flamethrower first.
Yep.
Let me just double check something. You are in range.
Mm-hmm.
You are on. Hang on, I need to get the sheet for this one because it's a bit specialised. It's a wee bit specialised now.
Yep.
It's good because flamethrowers actually do get their own little section here. They literally get like a little thing. Firing value of 15 points on the casualty chart. I have only one question. Which casualty chart? There's 5 to pick from. Yeah, that's the only question I have. Is like, oh, because it's basically you're on 15, so you're down the bottom row. But I'm guessing it's meant to be table 5. I'm guessing that's where it counts as. Is that's the flamethrower thing? Just because of the way it's set up, because you've got the green band there, and I think that's meant to be that one. So it just counts you as being in the open.
You don't get covered, do you, flamethrower?
I don't think so, because it's not really saying anything here. Because it goes maximum range is 6 inch. Manpack is a single man with a firing value 15. So I'm guessing it is that one. Will burn for 3 moves. Yeah, okay. I'm happy enough to go with that one. That it is literally just that one because you're ignoring the building because it's kind of what its purpose is. Sure, D6. Give me a moment.
Guess what I'm going to roll.
All you need to do is just hang on. I'll take it.
You get casualty no matter what.
Yeah, I'm getting 1 casualty. 1 casualty. You killed 1 man, and your flamethrower team
Are the
is
classes
they're done.
destroyed or removed?
They're just removed now because they've run out. Their flame equipment is
But
done.
do they go towards the 20 for the morale later on?
I will say no because they're doing their job. They're not destroyed. It's you just can't count them anymore.
The building is now burning.
It's a ruin, so it's
Okay. That's a problem.
I mean, we can do that for 3 turns. It will burn.
It means you're gonna have to leg it.
Well. Let me just get the rule book again. So, buildings, but not bunkers or ruins. It's a ruin, so it doesn't. It doesn't for whatever reason. Leave it. It doesn't get burnt on fire. It's already trashed. Because in theory it would be destroying it. Yeah, we're not worrying about that one. So you killed 1 man. Okay.
Now we shoot at the
Grenadiers.
Grenadiers.
Okie pokey.
8, 9.
8 men, 9 points. So it becomes 9. 1 second.
Oh wait there.
We'll
I moved them forward. They might be short range.
I don't think they are. You need to get closer to get short range. I think you're still over 6.
Yeah.
Still over 6.
Just
4.
4.
Okay. That's
4,
not bad.
9.
So you have a 9 points. You are at medium range against hard cover. You've got a 4. You inflict 1 casualty on my grinnies. I still have the bulk of a company in there. Any more firing? Brengan carrier. UC universal carrier. 1 second. So you are 6. Also firing at medium range at hard cover. 1 second. Oh, 5.
Oh wow. That should be 1.
That should be 1. So same again on a 6. Yeah, you get 1. Everybody gets 1. Tick, 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 tick. That's what I'm hearing at the moment. It's a ticking clock. Any more shooting against that group?
When do I do more in the shooting phase?
In the shooting phase. As long as your command
or in the OP.
Or your OP. As long as he controls the artillery, they control your mortar. He commands your guns. And remember, you need a target to actively engage against, so you do need to observe something.
He's got to observe something.
And he's on the wrong side of the cornfields at the moment, because the cornfields are going to obscure all of his vision.
Okay. 1 machine gun or 2 machine guns if you moved?
It would be classified as, hang on, Sherman, tank, hull and other weapons, single VMG. Just counts as 1 vehicle machine gun. It's a bit weird because I would have thought you'd have 2.
Yeah, so would I.
Hull and other weapons. Total weapons. No, sorry, you have 2 VMGs. So yeah, you had 2 VMGs together. Yeah, multiple VMGs. You get did they move or did they?
They moved.
So you get 6 in total. Just the way I'm reading the charts, that's all. That's the only problem.
I'm shooting to the building.
Shooting at the building. You know there's a target there? Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Fine, you know there's a target there. Multiple MMGs, so 6 points at medium. Hang on. 5.
Wow.
That's reasonable.
No higher dice roll for me.
That's reasonable. So you are 6 points because you moved. You are medium range. Yeah, you're not over 14, are you?
No.
Medium range, hard cover. You've rolled a
5.
5 with 6 points. You inflict 1 more. Another man killed. Any more shooting?
Nothing there. If he just dug, I need a 6 at least. But that company that's been wasted. I've got a 3 figures.
Yeah, you're going to need a 6 to do any damage with them.
Yeah, that's right. No, I let him do nothing.
It's up to you.
Yeah. That one can't shoot because the infantry in front of him. 2-inch mortar.
Yes.
Range, please.
Is 18-inch maximum.
18.
Minimum of 3-inch.
Okay. My 2-inch mortar.
Going to fire at the rifle company?
Yeah.
Okay. You are in range. You don't need to be Just make sure.
It should be different from a medium and heavy.
Yeah, I think it was. I think they treat it as the same, just slightly. You get 2 rounds off. I'll just make sure I'm not talking nonsense. Light mortars fire HE and smoke, have a minimum range of 3, maximum range of 18. They may fire twice if stationary and once if moved. They hit their selected target for a D6 throw, 4, 5, or 6.
4, 5, or 6. 5.
5. Okay, so you hit your target. So you hit the rifle. You hit my Grenny company again. Grenny company just getting slowly whittled down.
Okay.
You are a. Hang on, what do you count as? I read it in my brain, just sort of just dumped me. No, it literally just says, hang on, because I've got a points table for the HE. Let me check the forward table. It gives me most of the weapons if they're on there. Otherwise, I think it's just treated as a gun. Well, light mortars can fire HE and smoke in a range of 3 inch maximum range and fire twice. If station once if moved, they hit the selected target with a D6 for a 4, 5, or 6. That's great. What's your HE value then? Because medium and heavy I get.
They hit the target on 4, 6.
Okay, what does a light mortar actually count as? Is it if it's because I don't think it's going to be 1 point. I mean, I don't want to go, oh yeah, it's table 4 and the top band of 6 fire points. I don't think it is, but it could be. It's kind of what makes the most sense to me. Weirdly, just would be nice because they give you a nice little table for the mediums and the heavies. They don't tell you what the light ones are. Oh, right, here we go. Light mortars. Fire effect is 6 points. Table 4. Okay, I was right. It is that one. It's in the errata. I have the errata sheet. It's stuck in mine.
Yeah.
Right then. So you hit your target.
Yeah.
A 4, 5, or 6. I'm guessing you roll again to see what your effect of your fire is.
Number is, yeah.
Yep. So fire effect of the light mortar. Oh, that's horrible. You killed 2 of them.
That should be the company dead.
No, there's still 1 man left.
Oh, God.
There's still 1 man left, but good try. So it's medium. So it's light, medium, heavy artillery.
Yeah.
Ew. And then flamethrowers. I'm starting to understand. It's trying to figure out what the dark green bands are because it makes sense.
Specific weapons.
Because they are specific weapons, but I think it's pretty much it's light, medium, heavy mortars, and then the next 2 bands are artillery pieces, and then the bottom corner is flamethrowers. So close assault, we don't have any. Sorry, we've done that in the wrong order because I shoot, then you shoot, and I don't have any. I couldn't shoot anyway. Yeah, close assault we didn't have to. Sorry, no, 8, 9. 9 is any more movement from you?
Nope.
All right, my turn to. I don't need to take any morale tests. Observation, I pretty much see everything that's going on, and I think my anti-tank gun now sees your Sherman fired, or did it not fire?
Oh,
go on.
Check see how close my tank is to your. Oh, it's if you're in the open.
What you shoot? Sorry, what are you shooting at?
No, I'm checking well. No, it's all right. You've got to be in the open to do that.
What's that?
You're within 12 of my tank.
Oh yeah, I've got to be in the open and not have any infantry around or anyone else around. You are your Sherman has driven out and it can now be seen. I can automatically spot you from my pack. Morale tests, none. Observation, that's the only observation test I need to do, which I automatically pass. Smoke, I'm not using it. Heroic action, I don't need to. My first round of movement. No movement from me. Your fire, which I don't think you can do with anything, because everything's either moved.
In range or inside.
Yeah, so close assault, my firing. I say that, I'm doing that the right way around. You start talking about stuff and then you suddenly realise you're doing it you are doing it the wrong way around. Yeah, here's my firing. So, my shooting.
This is where it gets painful for me.
My shooting. I am going to, so my OP team are calling in, they're going to call to the mortar, automatic pass because they're part of the battalion. I need to hit with 5 or 6, isn't it?
First round, 5 or 6.
Yeah, so first round 5 or 6, and that gives me 2 chances, or at least 2 volleys. So
first one is 5 or 6.
A 1.
Second one is 4, 5, 6.
That's it. Mortar does not do anything again.
You rolled that the same last time.
Yep. So the mortar doesn't do anything. I have one rifleman left. Can pop away at people.
Yeah, you can cause at least one casualty.
Yeah, I'll take that then. So these.
Which unit are you shooting at?
They'll shoot at the company that's already damaged.
Okay.
Shooting at them. So I get a 2. 2 fire points. With a 2. So 2 against medium range. You're in the open.
Yeah.
Nothing. No effect. Bang, bang, pop. Pack is going to attempt to target the Sherman. Because you can see the Sherman. You are at 26, 27. Where are we?
Okay.
So I'm at medium range.
Yep.
Happy with that. I am a gun class.
Pack 42 or 1.
Gun class 2. You are a Sherman and you are armor class C, I think.
C.
I'll just confirm. Yep, you are armor C. So
Right.
this is to see if I get a hit. So to see if I get a hit. Oh, a 5. So I do believe that's enough. He says, hoping, because now we just negative everything. So I am, what was it? I said I was gun class 2 against armor class of C. So I need a base of 3. You're not at long range because you're at medium range. Did the target move?
Yes.
Yes. So that becomes 4, and that's it. So I've hit your. I've hit
penetrated.
you. I've hit you.
Yep.
Now damage. I'm at medium range, so I'm on 1s or 2s, 3s or 4s, 5s or 6s.
That's right.
And a 5 or 6 will kill.
1 disables.
Right, it's all heavy damage and such. He explodes with a 6. A 6. The Sherman is killed. Yes, I think that's a morale test, and that's a morale test for your squadron as well in the next turn.
Now, what's the next thing I have to shoot you?
Hang on, I fired everything. Happy. Yeah, I have fired everything. So that was 8 onto 9, which is any other movement for me. I am going to bring the Stug out. Stug's going to rumble out. He's going to move up to and cover that gap here. Turn 3 British.
Morale test.
Morale test. So armored units. When an AFV is heavily damaged or destroyed.
Yes.
So you need. Let's have a look. See. So you roll the dice, and then we will see what the results are. 1 moment. 5. Okay, that should be pretty good, to be honest.
I think no advance, but I still fire.
For each heavily damaged or destroyed AFV unit is -1. Within 12 inch of enemy they can see in hard cover. Nope. If unit is poor, no, and unit is not elite. You scored a 5,
4.
Becomes a 4. 3 or more is no effect. Your remaining 2 Shermans continue to fight. That's number 1. Observation.
Where's you packing that with holes? You
can't see him. Not from there.
No, everything in the way, no. But I know he's there.
Well, you know there's something up on the hill.
There's something on the hill just shot at me.
Something big has just gone kabang. It's just gone pop. Or there's been a crack and a thump and then an explosion as the Sherman goes up. Or it's been bailed out. Whatever the two. They've basically gone, nope, not playing anymore.
I think I can spot you stuck.
From the infantry.
Straight down the road.
Other targets in the open? Yeah. 48 inch. You know there is a Stug. A Stug battery.
In the way.
A Stug battery has come bumbling around the corner. Or part of a Stug battery has come bumbling around the corner. Yeah.
So they can go to there.
Yeah, happy with that.
And they go in there. They can move full.
They can move to full because they've got a 0 last time, so yep.
They're still mounted.
Just, I'll say, in fact, I'll pop them out of the way. So
I'm going to move my recce.
So the recce carrier attempting to exit the
field.
-3 off its 12.
9 inches.
Oh no, sorry, it's 18. So he gets an 18-inch move. So he's down to 15. He can really motor if he wants to. Like fast tractor vehicles are just as quick, or almost just. In fact, they're on the road. They're 30-inch, 15-inch across road, which is why I think fast tractor things like the early T-34s and the Cromwells. And that's why I have a Cromwell regiment. Because of course I have a Cromwell regiment.
Kamikaze!
Because of course I have a Cromwell regiment, because divisional reconnaissance needs to be aggressive and fast. Morale test done, observation done, smoke is done, heroic action done, movement is done. You're doing.
Spot.
I can't shoot you. Yeah, so you're doing your shots. Because we have no close assault, so it's straight to your firing. We haven't played this in a long time. That's why we're not being particularly quick, and we're going through this step by step. Trying to treat it as a learning video. Needs to move. He's still in the cornfields. He can't really see much. You can move him to the edge of the cornfield, and then he can potentially engage the pack.
Yeah.
But nobody knows the pack. Hang on.
You fired.
I did fire. That's true, actually. Other targets. A 36-inch. Yeah, you'll see him.
Yeah, I'll see him.
You'll see it. You'll see him. You'll see him as soon as you emerge from the cornfield. You will spot him. So this is you seeing how far. Hang on. Wait.
No.
What'd you get?
A 1.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh. You're a tank. You have a movement of like, hang on.
Oh.
24 or 12. So you go, oh no, I only move 11. It's minus, not add, not what your actual distance is.
Okay. He's moved. Now got Firefly.
Move him. Just bring him up. Another 6.
A 1.
1? Oh my god, yeah. He also can only move 11 through the cornfields. Yeah.
Conflicted. Just saved you a lot of hassle.
Any more movement on yours?
Ain't gonna load up.
Okay. So he loses, hang on.
6 inches.
Subtract 6 inch from vehicle movement for busing.
Yeah.
And then he is a carrier, so he gets an 18-inch move, so that becomes a 12-inch move. You're not just driving around the edge of the cornfield. Unless you want him to go. It's a 12-inch move. Private!
That's close enough.
Yeah.
There.
There you go. Any more movement?
No.
Okay. So that was the final element. My turn. Morale test. I don't require to take any. Observations. I don't need to do any. Smoke. Ooh, hang on. No. Heroic actions. I don't need any. My first rack of movement. I am going to move at 6 because that's all I can do, because I'm in a built-up area, and they're basically going to exit out. In fact, they will have to roll for that. So my guys will roll to my guys are basically going to try and bail now. It is time to leave. OP team. Yeah, they're on 1 inch. 1 inch for the Shrek team. And the Granny doesn't move. Yeah, guess what? The dice gods have basically said that nobody's going anywhere. Well, I didn't feel like cheating it. Yeah, they shuffle back a bit. They exit the building as far as they get, and he's just staying there. He's decided he's going to fight it.
Run over.
He's going to fight it out with the British, all on his own. But he does get a D10 when you attack him. Do I have any more movement? No. No. Do you have any firing? I don't think you do, because I don't think you've got anything unless you're...
No, I can't shoot him.
Okay.
Not yet.
Close assault? We don't have any.
No.
My shooting. The pack is going to target the other Sherman that's just rumbled up to the edge of the cornfield. Confirming range is, we'll call it 30, 29 to 30. So he's going to be at, oh, yeah, he's at long range for that. Yeah. No, he's at medium range because it's not over 30. So 12 to 30 is anti-tank guns. So he can shoot. I am gun class 2 versus armor of C. I need a base of 3 to start with. I get a 6. Might be another Sherman that goes up in smoke. It's probably just been hit, to be honest. So you have moved. So my 3 becomes a 4. You are at medium range, so no pluses, no minuses. If the target is partially concealed, yes, because you're in the cornfield, I'll give you that. -1. So I still success because that basically becomes a 5. What damage do I do? This again is to see what damage I do. A 5. He is also destroyed because it's at medium range and only just at medium range. That's 2 Shermans killed. Well done. You're doing your job. Oops. No, he's done more than he needed to. That's what he's going to do anyway. My battalion command is going to go, oh look, there's a vehicle driving around in the open. I'm going to try and drop some mortar shells on its head. So medium mortar. I'm going to just double check to make sure I could actually be shooting this distance. 48. Here.
My battalion commander's an OP, isn't he?
For your mortar.
Yeah.
Well, anybody in that HQ group is technically OP for the mortar.
I'm just, for one turn, I could use my mortars.
Quite possibly. So, firing against the target that moved with the mortar. So I need a 6. Nope. I've got a 3 this time. And then I need a 4. I think it's a 5 or 6. Nope, another 3. Roll a 6 in total.
That's close enough.
Yeah. So the mortar's done. Stug has no targets. He's going to shoot at the company straight in front of him. +2. So it's 2. He's at close range, so that makes it 3. So he's got point of view, but you are in hard cover because it's short range hard cover. I need a 6 no matter what. Nope, you got a 3.
Oh, it's been that to be a 6.
Yeah. You got a 3 out of that one. Oh well, could be worse. Oh, can I actually see anything from my OP? Can my artillery OP team see anything? I'm now thinking about it. I've got a gun battery on call and they've probably been bored for the past 18 turns. Oh, I don't want to call in danger close. Smash the village. Nah. No, not yet. There's still, as far as they're concerned, there's still grenadiers and troops there, so there's not much point. And the wood's just blocking slight verge. No, I will not call in my guns on that one. Number 9, any reserve movement? No. British turn 4. Morale test for your armoured unit.
I'm on a -2.
Hang on.
2 destroyed tanks.
Go for it. 4.
4.
So a 4 -2.
Yeah.
Gives you a 2. No offensive action. That's it. So the remaining Firefly. The Firefly cannot, just to confirm. The AFVs can still fire unless heavy damage in the previous turn, but must not advance towards the enemy. If any vehicle is caught in the open, must withdraw full move towards the nearest cover occupied by or closest to friendly units. If already in cover, it may not move.
I'm stationary.
So that means
my Firefly's stuck.
I believe it only lasts for 1 turn, though, doesn't it?
Right.
It's just for the rest of your turn. So that's the Fireflies. Basically, they've gone. We're going quiet for the moment. So the tank's gone down as well.
He's not moving, but he's going to take somebody down.
Yeah, he's just going to sit quietly and just not do anything for the moment. Let me check. So, observation.
Mm-hmm.
You know there is a pack on the hill.
That's
You know
right.
about the troops in the little village.
I know there's still on the road.
You know there's a stug on the road because he's automatically been spotted.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you wish to fire smoke?
No, but you're going to get HE'd.
You don't need any heroic actions. Your first rack of movement.
That's movement.
With the Firefly unable to move at present.
Correct. Then you're going to move it to the other side of the building. I don't know if they're in there.
You know there are troops in there.
Oh, good.
Are you going to perform a close assault? You just move in. So you lose a d6 to get over the wall.
And if I get a stick, I'll be very unhappy.
Go.
Oh, I've got an inch.
You're in. I'm going with it. You're in. It's what we need. The Tommies are coming for you, Jerry.
Yeah. He's going to go around the side.
So he's moving around the edge. That's fine. So he's not. They're supporting the carrier patrol. Remember, it's a 6-inch move.
I'm trying to find out where the 6 is.
By your thumb. By your right thumb.
So it gets me to about there. Okay, that done. Oh, here we go.
So then exiting the woods.
2
inch lost. So they still have 4-inch move.
4 inch. He's stationary.
Firefly.
No, these.
Headquarters. Yep.
Yep.
They're just manhandling it around. Yep, that's fine.
OP. One more unit to move. 1. So that means I can move up to here.
Yep. So they'll get up to the woods.
No. That's my moving done.
Okay. So all your movement is complete.
Mm-hmm.
My fire, I have none. Your close assault. So against my guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a d10.
I get d6.
You get a d6. This is simultaneous. The best you will kill me. The best I can do is knock out 3 of your guys.
3?
Yeah.
Oh.
With the firepower. So it's literally done to we're not on any pluses or minuses. It's difference of casualties.
Okay.
So 1 second.
I want 8 plus this.
Yeah, so it is your attacker's figures plus your dice. So British attack.
But you ought to see you kill me.
Got 6, 7.
Yeah, I lose 7, you die.
No, you don't lose 7.
Oh.
No, I will just.
I thought I had the number of casualties.
No, it's the difference.
Difference is
I will just
14 to 7, 8.
Yeah, hang on. So, highest score decides who has won the combat, and the difference between the scores is the number of casualties removed from the losing unit up to maximum 3. The winning unit loses 1 figure. So you will always lose 1 figure anyway, and I lose my 1 guy.
Mm-hmm.
You have wiped out a rifle. You have wiped out 1 Grenny company so far. Okay. Yeah, it's a difference. So even though I get a D10 because you're on a 6 plus 8.
Yeah, I always thought it was the. I don't know what I thought.
Then I don't know where you're going with that one because that would be a wipe. Because that would be what companies wiping each other out in 10 in a single round of assaults. Okay. It doesn't work. No, this is you will always take 1 casualty.
Yeah.
It's so even if I'd won, my guy would be wiped out anyway. The company it would have been a very Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So that was close assault.
Oh, well.
Surprisingly quicker and easier than even bolt actions close assault.
That's right.
And just as bloody, though not quite as well, actually not quite as bloody because the maximum you can do is 3.
Okay.
So that's close assault done.
Close assault.
Now it's your shooting.
Okay. I am going to try and use my officer to call in the mortars.
Mm-hmm. Against?
You're stuck.
Okay. Can he see them?
Yeah.
So they can see through all the hedges. You sure? Because hedges block terrain.
I'll give you cover.
Okay,
I can see
that's fine.
I can see at least the glacier plate.
I'll take that. I'll take that. You can see some. You see enough of the tank to justify dropping a mortar round on it.
My mortar round dropping in that row section.
Okay, so you are going to be within range because it's a 48-inch round. So you are firing against a stationary target. So you need 5 or 6 for your first shot. One moment. 5 or 6. Yes.
Whoa.
2 hits.
2 hits.
2 hits. All right, let me see. So it is. Oh God, this is a little bit complicated because it's HE damage against
Top armor.
Wow, that's the way it works. I think you need to now score a 6 to do anything. So a HE effect on armored vehicles. When an open top note, a hit from IDF may destroy a closed AFV, such as a tank and fully closed assault gun, if the caliber of the gun firing is 80mm or over.
Mortar.
You are
80mm mortar.
3-inch mortar. Yeah, you're 80mm. You count as 80mm, I do believe.
Yeah.
So the target can only be destroyed by a D6 throw of 6. Let me just see if there's anything else. Yeah, because you've created a 4-inch risk zone that I think you're going to only
get to your infantry at that.
I don't think you will catch the infantry in it. Actually, no, you will do. No, you would catch the infantry. A 4-inch diameter risk, so it's 2-inch either side. You do.
I'll catch the.
You catch one of the. You could catch the rifle company in the salvo from the 2 guns because you essentially get 2 attempts with this. So,
okay.
So yeah, you do catch the infantry as well.
Okay.
Or it's the risk zone. I'll just confirm what the risk zone is because I know that's a little bit. You've hit my vehicle. Now, my understanding of that would be you've hit my vehicle, so you get to roll twice to see if you do damage to it.
Yeah.
You'd also get to roll twice against the infantry because they are within that risk zone. I'll just make sure there's nothing else. That I am in. The only advantage I think I get is I'm in cover. No.
What would you do if I rolled 2 6s?
I will be very annoyed. I may simply go, right, that's it, the game's done, we've done everything, we're ready for going to the Schwarzwald.
Okay.
So let me just see now, because I had medium mortar, so the best you can do with a 6 is inflict 3 casualties on me anyway at the time. So this is your first 2 rounds. This is, again, someone might correct me and go, oh no, you pick whatever your target is, but I'll say, so it will do your gun, the stug first. So you need a 6 on one of these 2 dice. Nope. No. And then for the second shot, no.
So close.
And then we'll say, and then we'll go, you're doing this for the infantry. So
you're in cover.
Doesn't matter. Okay. It's just, I've got it here. So it's just on 5 points. So for the first round, no effect. You need a 2 at least to hit something. A 4. Ooh. Which will give you 1 casualty. Okay. Inflict a casualty on my infantry company. I'll take him out because he's the closest one. Stug is fine. However, I have taken hits from mortars. So I will just confirm because I think I have to do something for morale in my turn. So just to see if my guys suddenly go, ooh, don't like this. By guns of over 80mm, which a mortar isn't. The thing is, I'd say, is it?
I didn't hit your tank anyway. No.
Okay, my guys don't need to do it because it does say guns, but then again, I'd be tempted to say guns and mortars are the same thing. So that was any more shooting?
Oh yeah.
Go on. A 6-pounder is going to give it a go.
It's going to give you a headache.
He's going to see if he can bounce off the front plate.
The front concrete.
32-inch, which puts you at long range. Let me just confirm I'm not talking absolute nonsense. Well, 31-inch, so yeah, you're at long range. It's over 30.
You're in soft cover.
I get soft cover. You are a 6-pounder.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a gun class 3.
Yep.
Taking a guess.
You're probably is.
Oh yeah, class 3.
3 B or no C?
3 against my stug, which I believe is C. No?
I've got to hit you first.
You've got to hit me first, but I want to be sure before we go into it. Anything?
Probably a 5 and a 6.
Nope. C. Yeah, it's a C. Anyway, right. So achieving, because we need to know what you are. So you were a gun class 3 against armor of C. You need 4s as a base. 4.
4.
Okay, I think you're going to miss.
Because the cover and...
Because the target didn't move.
No.
I am partially concealed because of all the hedgerows and stuff in between us. That automatically makes you from a 4 to a 5. And I'm at long range. 6s. No. So your 6-pounder went bang and a miss.
Now I've got 1 gun left.
Yes.
In fact, no. My recce.
Or your
The ones in the
brain gun.
woods.
You're going to shoot at my battalion commander.
Well, he's the only one I can see.
Oh, you meanie. You mean person. Did you move?
Nope.
Okay, you're at 12. Mean person. Did you get single LMG? You were stationary, so you get 6 points against a 12. Hang on, I've got to make sure. Yeah, because right, that is supposed to be small arms. Yeah. That is meant to be MGs, HMGs, and autocannons. I have it in my errata bit. That is supposed to read that. Let me just make sure I'm not talking total nonsense. HMGs autocannon should read most MGs autocannon. Yeah. So, does LMG count as light or medium?
Right.
It's a single LMG. It's MGs. So you get to medium range on a points of 6. So medium range against soft cover with 6 points. Right.
I see what I get.
You need 4s or better. Yeah,
5.
1 casualty. 1 casualty. However, because it's my CO, we've got to see if you kill the CO or not. It's all about risk zones. 1 second. Before any firing takes place, players must wish to fire. Figures and weapons in a 4-inch diameter risk zone send on a single identified item such as if a target has been destroyed before all fires. Yeah, well, that's the thing, because you might kill my CO. That's why I've got to be sure of this one. The red arrows show the points from which range measurements should be taken. Okay. Because you're engaging them, but you could kill him. And if you kill him, that causes me issues for the battalion. So happy you will. If you don't get him, you'll get that.
I get one to somebody else.
Yeah. So how does this? So testing for battalion CO or artillery observer casualties. If a target includes a battalion CO or an artillery observer team loses more than 1 casualty, any sort of fire, throw another D6. A 6 means that CO is a casualty, so you could kill him. So that's mean because you got 1. You got 1 casualty, so your LMG could very cheekily just be about to murder my CO, which will cause my battalion some issues.
Oh,
thank God.
One of both.
Lose him. Okay, I'll lose the guy with the headset. Eek.
No.
That was lucky.
1 shot left.
From?
Firefly.
Against?
80 gun. Because he fired at my tank. And I'm firing back.
You can't.
I can't move. I haven't.
But you're not damaged. No, no offensive. Was it no offensive action? Hang on.
No offensive action. Does that mean I can't shoot?
No, sorry, you can shoot at him. Apologies, I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
You fired, but
so you're using HE.
Yeah, but
30 plus or 31. You're firing HE. Oh dear, this is 6 by 8 inch bands.
Yeah. So what range? What distance?
We'll call it 32. So 1,
That's
2,
a 5 plus
3, 4.
Yeah, but on 32 over, it's a 5.
8, 16, 24,
32.
32.
I'm over 32.
No, you're not. You're on 32.
I'm on 4.
Right. Let me just make sure of this one, because I've still find the direct HE thing a little bit weird. It's one of those things that I'm going to read it out simply because I've always had a bit of a how does this work?
Also, check the range of the 17 pounder.
Good point. I think you're in range. It's a 17 pounder after all. If you're not in range, I'd be very, very freaked out. Oh wait, no, it's right here. You're an anti-tank gun. Sorry, you're an anti-tank gun. So you're at long range. It's over 30. It doesn't really matter. That side of it doesn't matter because all the ranges are
So I'm
kind
on
of
a 4
compartmentalized. Yep.
to hit.
So hang on. So you are anti-tank firing, high explosive, direct HE. To determine whether a hit has been achieved, divide the maximum range of the firing weapon into 6 equal bands. For example, a gun with a maximum range of 48 inch will have 6 bands, each of 8. Band 1 is
What range of 17 pounder?
48.
That's right. There's a 4.
So it is on a 4. Measure the range from the firing weapon to the target and calculate which band this falls within. The band number gives the basic D6 score required for a hit. For example, for a 25 pounder field gun, a target 22 inches away falls within band 3. Subtract 1 from the score if either the firer moved or intends to move. Once a hit is achieved from direct fire, select the appropriate table on the casualty chart and throw a D6. So, okay, let's see if you hit, and then we'll do the next bit.
Okay.
So you need a 4 or better. Yes. Because you're not moving or anything like that.
I couldn't move, could I?
No, you can't move, so you're not. There's no problems there. I'll just make sure there isn't anything else. Is that the only thing that you suffer from? Yeah, that's it. So it's literally only movement or target moved. Right, that was that done. So you are a Firefly with a HE factor of, he finds a Firefly stat, 8 points on table 4.
8 on 4.
So you need to score a minimum of a...
I need to kill 3 crew.
If you kill 3 crew, you basically wipe out the gun. However, you could wipe out the gun anyway. So go for it. A 1, you don't cause any casualties, which means you don't even get to see if you wipe out the gun because you needed 2 or better. I'm glad that I'm actually getting to show people what your dice rolling can be like, because that way nobody thinks I'm cheating you or I'm messing with you or there's some weirdnesses going on.
Can I call artillery from the person being in the vehicle?
Oh, as in him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's their vehicle. They can do it. Okay. Yeah, if he wants to call in guns.
I can't call in this turn because he moved.
Correct. Thank you for saying that, because it reminded me.
I know in most games, if you move, you can't shoot or you're on disability.
Any more firing from you? So that leaves us back to reserve move. Any more movement from you?
I'm about to lose my bloody Firefly.
Return 5 from the pack.
I hit him, or nearly. It bounced off the floor with head exploding.
Technically, you're on the wrong side. You shouldn't have been in fire. Really, I am higher, so yeah, I can probably shoot you. It's just going to be harder for me to.
No, I'm on the edge. Don't forget.
It's long range, and no, because you're not on this edge. Otherwise, I'm firing through the cornfield. But you are higher up, and I'm higher up because that's why I'm on the little. That's why I'm on the ridge line that runs across the edge of this table.
That's why I could shoot you, but
I'm higher up.
A disadvantage.
Yeah, same, and I will get all the same sufferings.
Well, you're shooting downwards, so you'll be
My turn 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Morale test. I don't need to. No.
You lost the company, but
I've lost men, but I can lose. I can kind of stomach that. I need to lose 20 guys anyway.
19.
I'm down.
No, 17. You got less than 40.
No, I have 40.
I thought 20.
I told you I have 40.
Oh.
I'm halfway to it. Down 10 guys. I'm halfway to it.
6.
Yes. And 2 tanks, which I'm just kind of finding funny.
The thing is, it was 40 infantry.
You started with 51 troops.
That included 200 tanks. That included 100 tanks.
Tanks are counted as their own. Tanks are their own thing. I don't need to do any morale tests. I'm not doing any observation. I'm not doing any smoke. I don't need to do any heroic actions. I will do movement because I now need to desperately try and get my my teams away. And my battalion commander is now going to move somewhere else because he's suddenly gone, oh, this is getting a little hairy. So this is for the battalion commander. He loses 2. The OP team loses half their move, and the Shrek team to get over the wall, oh, they got a 5. So I will then do that in reverse. So they run away. No, they got 5s there. Just bailing away through the open. They get half their move, so they're just on the other side of the thing, and he's going to move back and away. He's now out of the way. Any more movement for me? No. Any reserve fire from the British? As in nobody moved, anybody who didn't move or was waiting?
No, they moved.
So any close assault? We don't have. Oh yeah, your guys move into the. Your guys are now in here. So they won the close assault, so they break into the building. They run, so they move in. My shooting. We'll do the pack. I know I'm at long range.
Bring the explosion, please.
I know I'm at long range. Hey, the pack's 2 for 2 so far. You never know. So I am gun class 2 versus armor class C, meaning that I need a 3 or better at the moment, which is going to be at least a 4. I hit with a 6, causing damage, but it's at long range, so I need a 6 to kill you, a 4 or a 5 to do anything else. A 4, you take a point of light damage.
No, you can't do anything this turn.
No, you're still fine. You're just a little bit beaten up. I will leave you. I'm going to stick it. So he gets 1 point of light damage. We'll do that way. That'll do me. I think my OP team might be able to see the rifle company bimbling around on the other side of the town now.
Oh, they can.
Yeah, I can see your. So I'm going to attempt to call in my 105s on them. So I need to communicate with my guns.
5 or 6.
No, anything but a 1, I think. Almost the other way around. So hang on. So I have to control them. If using radio, which is what I've got, a D6 is thrown to test for contact. Each turn firing is attempted to throw of 1 or 2. Only 1 for British, Commonwealth, American, late war Allied, and German, because we have larger numbers of radios. Means no contact. So
I'm going to take some more casualties.
do I get comms with my guns? That's the key thing. No, I got a 1.
You got the same sort of artillery man as me.
The radio needs tuning a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh
well, I wanted to test out the artillery because we haven't actually fired artillery properly yet. Any other firing from me? No, because there's no one can see for the mortar. So no. So do we want to hold it there and say the test has been completed, or do we want to do another turn?
Yeah, because you're going to get as much. Here's a move that's going to shock you.
That's very clickbaity of you. That's very sort of like. Go on, then. You might find I'm kind of hard to shock sometimes. Go on, talk me through your plan for the next turn.
My plan is to take out your pack.
Okay.
The hard way.
You're going to send the carrier team up.
There.
-6 to D plus. And what, you're going to close assault it?
I'm staying on board.
And then you're going to shoot it with the LMG machine gun.
Short range. 6 possible 1 or 2 casualties. And then I'll send somebody else in to shoot the rest. Oh, no.
You don't send tanks to take on anti-tank guns. You send infantry in to take on anti-tank guns.
He's going to fire first once the carrier moved. He's going to put the first 18 shots into him.
Okay.
And if I don't destroy him, like I did last time, he's going to finish him off.
Okay. No, it's somewhat plausible.
And these are going into there.
So they're holding that objective. Yeah. So they're holding the small village.
He's calling us into your stuff or mortars.
So you're trying to call in the village.
Yeah, trying to call in mortars.
You don't want to try and use your 6-pounder then.
He's going for his stuff as well.
Okay, so you got concentration of fire. Okay, a little bit.
And this,
is your artillery OP.
Yeah, but he can't see bugger all.
Okay.
So I'll have to move him somewhere like here. Move him there so he's on the hedge. And they are going to go for wombling in the woods. I can't believe I only lost 6. I'm shocked.
Shocked, you say?
I've only lost 6 figures.
That is, to be honest, quite impressive. Then again, if you remember when I had a battalion assaulting a village and I lost, I think, less than a complete
company.
I think I lost a company in total in the attack.
Yeah.
And that said, I had all my bridging assets, but it was the fact that I deployed literally on the edge and was straight into close combat with the Germans. And it was just the fact that my Canucks did what Canadians always do, which is, you know, stab a man, because they like to apologize to their opponent for killing him, you know, directly, personally, because it's the only way to be as a Canadian.
I've lost 6. 6 have gone resupplying.
Well, two of them have gone off.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, because that's the thing. I would classify your flamethrower team. They're done. If you keep them on the table, there's kind of no point. They're gonna leave. Yes, they are engineers, but they're there to. My opinion for this is that they're there for a job.
Test.
They've done their job. They would
Killed
withdraw.
one.
They would withdraw.
Yeah.
I would say they would withdraw because it wouldn't make much sense to keep them around. Because I know if you've got a flamethrower tank, you get free shots with it.
Yeah.
So a Churchill, you just keep it on the table until it's done. And even then, it's still got a 75mm because you just essentially drop the trailer and just turn back into a normal tank and turn into a very slow, sluggy tank.
That unit can go across that way, shoot your Panda Fest.
He's probably going to be over there by then. But to be honest, I'd be pushing them through the woods. I'd be pushing through the woods at this point.
But I thought that is my main stumbling block at the moment. You kill me tank, I want to kill it.
You want revenge?
I want revenge, pure and simple.
Artillery! I'd be dropping the 25-pounders on it.
I haven't got an RPG who's got line of sight.
True. That's probably because you put your OP in a weird place. I don't know why you put your artillery OP there.
I just did. I put him there because I thought I'd see over here, but I can't.
No, because he's in the cornfield, so he needs to move to the edge.
I put him there, but
there's nothing.
He should have killed you still before he even got to the bridge.
Should have, could have, would have.
But
ifs.
I was firing rubber bullets.
At that point, I think he hadn't aligned the gun properly.